Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhtaufik Enha. I am from PBA. Today I will answer SMA 8. And the question number one is, what do you know of cohesion, coherence, as well as coherence in written discourse analysis? Explain your answer. My answer is cohesion and coherence are key ideas in writing. Cohesion is about how word and sentence link together using things like pronouns, connection words, and similar terms. For example, using it to refer back to something mentioned earlier. Coherence is about how the whole text makes sense and flow logically. It's when idea connect well and writing has a clear purpose. For instance, a paragraph that states a topic and present ideas in logical order. In written discourse analysis, experts look at how writers use these techniques to create clear, understandable text. They are examining the like how topics develop, how next information is introduced, and how the overall structure of writing works. Understanding cohesion and coherence help us see how good writing is put together. Next question. To the best of your knowledge, how can you explain grammatical cohesive device? It is important to carry out discourse analysis on the grammatical cohesive device. Why? My answer is grammatical cohesive devices are tools and languages that help connect different parts of a text. This include things like pronouns, he, she, it, connection word, however, because, therefore, and words that replace other words to avoid repetition. They are important in discourse analysis because they show how a text is put together and how ideas are linked. By looking at this device, you can understand how a writer makes their flow smoothly and how they guide readers through their ideas. For example, in the sentence climate change is a problem. It affects everyone. The words it refers back to the climate change. Connection the two sentence analysis. This connection helps us see how writer create clear, understandable text and how they build their arguments. This is useful for understanding different writing styles, improving our own writing, and seeing how language work in various contexts. Next question. To the best of your knowledge, how can you explain lexical cohesive device? It is important to carry out discourse analysis on grammatical cohesive device. My answer is lexical cohesive device are words and phrases that connect different parts of a text through their meanings. This included this include using the same words multiple times, using words with similar or opposite meanings, or words that are often used together. They are important in discourse analysis because they show how ideas are linked and how a text stay focused on its main topic. For example, in a paragraph about sustainable farming, words like eco-friendly, environmentally conscious, and biodiversity I'll relate to the main idea and keep the text connect. Analysis this word's choice help us understand how writers build their arguments, maintain their themes, and make their writing clear and effective. It is also reflects the writer's style and how they adapt their language to their audience. By looking at lexical cohesive device, we can better understand how good writing works and how language is used to communicate ideas effectively. Next question. What do you know of the following aspect of grammatical cohesive device? Explain your answer in detail with this example. The first reference, endophrine reference, anatomic reference, conator, conator reference, and exophorus reference. The second, substitution, there's ellipsis, anobical ellipsis, verbal ellipsis, clausical ellipsis. And the four, conjunction, coordination conjunction, subordinating conjunction, correlative conjunction, conjunction adverse, and the five aspect of grammatical cohesive device. My answer is the first is reference. When people speak or write, we frequently see that the people use some particular words that refers to someone or something. The process is called reference, that is, the act of referring to something or someone in a discourse. According to Halliday and Hassan, the first endorphic reference, another reference referring to the something that they have there has been mentioned previously in the text. Examples: any book, a book. She really liked it. The word she refers to Annie. Next, cataphoric reference refers to something that will be mentioned later in the text. Example: he really liked the book he bought. The she refers to the Annie mentioned later. Next, exaphoric reference refers to something outside the text. Example: this is a special day. The word this is a literal context. And the second, substitution. Substitution is a type of cohesive device which is asked to replace one item in a text with another in the other text. Substitution is different from reference, in which reference is a relation in terms of meaning, semantic, while substitution is relation in terms of the wording, grammatical. According to Khalid and Hassan, the primary purpose of using substitution is to avoid repeating a particular item within text. Examples: I like this hijab. That hijab is also nice. The word it replaces hijab. The third, ellipsis. Omission of an understandable element from the context. When we speak or write, it is possible for us to get rid of a word or phrase rather than repeating it, and we don't need to provide a substitute for the word or phrase. We can simply exclude in it and be sure that the omitted word or phrase is still understood by listener or readers. Nominal ellipsis are about two clothes. Can a book 3. Omission of the words clothes in the second clause. Verbal ellipsis. He can sing and so can I. Omission of the word can sing in the second clause. Clause ellipsis. If you want to go home, so will I. Omission of the word want to go home in the second clause. And the fourth, conjunction. Coordination conjunction is connecting to a equivalent clause or phrase. For example, I want to eat donuts and burgers. Conjunction and. Subordinate conjunction connects the main clause with a subordinate clause. Example, they study because I want to pass the exam. The conjunction is because. Correlative conjunction connect pairs of elements that are related to each other. Example, neither I nor you agree. Conjunction either, nor. Conjunction adverse is connected sentence or clause by providing a logical transition. Example, I am late, therefore I can go to class. Adverb, therefore. Next question. What do you know of the following aspect of lexical cohesive device? The first, reiteration, include repetition, hypotonymy, subordinate, metonymy, antonymy, general nouns, and next, the second, collocation. Explain this and data and give example. My answer is the first is reiteration. Include repetition. Repetition in the same words or phrase. Example, that dress is very nice. It was seen by a famous designer. Next, hyponymy. Also the more specific words. Example, my pet is a rabbit. Cat is a hyponymy for pet. Superordinate. Use more general words. Example, rabbits and cats are pets. Pet is the superior of the rabbit and cat. Metonymy. Using words that are closely related to each other. Example, the White House issued a statement. The White House in lieu of the as president or government. Antonymy is using words with opposite meaning. Example, the weather recently has been hot during the day, but cold at night. The word hot and cold. Common words. Use common words to maintain cohesion. Example, she bought several items. These items include clothes, skirts, and headscarf. And the last, collocation. Collocation is a type of lexical cohesion which is result from using one word with another word. According to the dictionary, collocation is defined as a word or phrase that is often used with another word or phrase in a way that sounds correct to people who have spoken the language all their life, but might not be expected for the meaning. Example, in the phrase, the fast train, fast is a collocation of train, and quick would not sound natural. Thus, by understanding and analyzing this cohesive device, we can create decks are more structured, cohesive, and easy to understand. That's my answer. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.